Stop. If you're ignoring them to make them miss you, you're making a huge mistake. Because here's the brutal truth. Silence doesn't create longing. It creates out of sight, out of mind. But what if I told you there's a psychological loophole, one tiny shift that flips a switch in their brain? Suddenly, they're the ones overthinking, they're the ones chasing, and you don't have to play games to do it. It's not about ignoring them. It's about doing this instead. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how. Let me tell you about my friend Sarah. She was convinced the no contact rule was the answer. 30 days of radio silence, no texts, no calls, nothing. She read all the articles, watched all the videos, and swore this would make him miss her like crazy. But guess what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. In fact, by day 20, she checked his Instagram and he was liking another girl's photos. She was devastated. How could he move on so fast? She asked me. I thought no contact was supposed to make him want me back. Here's what she didn't realize. Silence only works if you've already triggered the right psychological levers. Otherwise, you're just giving them a free pass to forget you. But then, Sarah tried something different. One tiny shift, rooted in actual psychology, not TikTok hacks. And in just 3 days, he texted her out of the blue. Hey, I keep thinking about that inside joke we had. Miss your laugh. No begging, no games, just science. Because here's the truth. The human brain doesn't chase silence. It chases emotional spikes, moments that stick like glue in someone's memory. And when you understand how to create those, that's when they start wondering why you're all they think about. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding how attraction really works in the subconscious mind. And in a few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to use it the right way. Let's start with the most misunderstood trick. Scarcity. Yes, playing hard to get is cliché, but most people do it dead wrong. Disappearing completely? That doesn't make you rare, it makes you irrelevant. Your brain only craves what it's aware it can't have. Think about it. When's the last time you obsessed over a restaurant that closed forever? Never. But one that's randomly open when you drive by? Suddenly you're craving it. That's the scarcity loop. Sarah's mistake? She vanished like a ghost. But when she switched to strategic intermittent presence, dropping one memorable text, then a fun Instagram story days later, his brain went into overdrive. Wait, is she moving on? Why is she so unbothered? He started rereading their old texts. Why? Because uncertainty is the ultimate trigger, not silence, the tease of maybe. Here's the rule. Be seen having a great life, but never predictable. A quick reply sometimes, then radio silence when he expects it. A social media post that hints at mystery. Guess where I'm going? You're not ignoring, you're curating scarcity. And that's how you turn out of sight, out of mind, into out of sight, consuming their mind. But scarcity alone isn't enough. If you really want to brand yourself into their brain, you need trick number 2, the emotional anchoring. Now let's talk about the secret weapon of every unforgettable ex, emotional anchoring. Here's the cold truth. People don't miss you. They miss how you made them feel. Think about your favorite childhood snack. The taste isn't that special, but the memories attached, that's what makes your mouth water decades later. Your goal? Become that irreplaceable feeling. Sarah learned this the hard way. She used to send good morning texts like clockwork. Sweet? Yes. Memorable? Not even close. But then, she switched tactics. Instead of routine, she created moments. Like when she randomly took him stargazing and joked about conspiracy theories for hours. Or when she surprised him with his favorite dessert after his worst workday. Those were the memories he replayed when she pulled back. Here's how it works. Your brain physically links intense emotions to people. Every time you make someone laugh uncontrollably, feel understood in a vulnerable moment, or even get adrenaline pumped during an adventure, you're hammering an anchor into their psyche. So when you're not around, their brain craves that emotional high and associates it with you. Start small. Send that meme only you two would find hilarious. Bring up an inside joke out of nowhere. The more unique the emotion, the stronger the anchor, and the harder they'll fight to keep you. The 80-20 rule of attention. Here's where even the smartest people self-destruct. They think more attention equals more attraction. Wrong. Security is the death of desire. Let me explain with Sarah's final breakthrough. After the stargazing and inside jokes, she made one critical mistake. She became too available. When he texted, she replied within minutes. When he suggested plans, she always said yes. And just like that, his texts slowed down. Why? Because the brain is wired to chase, not cherish. Enter the 80-20 rule, the golden ratio of attention. Here's how it works. Give 80% of your energy to living an exciting life. Post that hiking trip, mention your new hobby casually, but only 20% directly to them. Reply to their fun text with equal energy, then disappear for hours. Laugh at their joke, but let them send the last message. This creates a psychological seesaw. They get just enough of your spark to stay hooked, but never enough to feel certain. And uncertainty? That's the fertilizer for obsession. Sarah started taking 3 to 5 hours to reply sometimes, busy with her pottery class, of course. Suddenly, he was the one double texting. You good? The moment she stopped being his sure thing, that's when he started treating her like his only thing. Now, before you think this is manipulation, let's expose the one toxic mistake that ruins everything. The big mistake. Why playing hard to get backfires. Right now, thousands of people are silently destroying their chances by making one critical error. They think playing hard to get means becoming cold, distant, or worse, manipulative. And here's the painful truth. That approach doesn't make you mysterious. It makes you forgettable, or worse, annoying. Let me break down why this backfires so spectacularly. Neuroscience shows the brain prioritizes rewarding uncertainty, not punishing ambiguity. When you ghost for days or give one-word replies, you're not triggering longing, you're triggering frustration. And frustration doesn't make someone miss you, it makes them resent you. Worse, there's a creepy psychological side effect called reactance, where the harder someone feels you're trying to make them chase you, the more their brain goes, nope, not playing this game. Suddenly you look desperate, even if you're the one ignoring them. Because true power isn't in silence, it's in a strategic presence. Imagine this. You send a fun text to someone you like. They leave you on read for 2 days, then reply with a dry smile. How do you feel? Interested or insulted? Exactly. Now flip it. They reply hours later with, OMG, this reminded me of that time we spent in that cinema last week. Miss your weird humor. That's the difference between putting away and pulling in. The brutal reality? People don't chase indifference. They chase engaged but unpredictable joy. And if you've ever been left wondering why playing hard to get left you lonely, this is your answer. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment right now with I want them back if you're trying these tricks on someone special. I read every single one. And if you're ready to take this deeper, watch this video next to decode their secret signals. You'll know exactly what their mixed messages really mean. Smash that like button and subscribe if you want more psychology hacks that actually work. No games, just results. Oh, and if you think this is powerful, wait until you see what happens when you combine all 3 tricks with one forbidden psychological trigger. It's how people become addictive. See you in the next one.